All right, I think this is part 6 or something like that. Anyway, the urgent to semi-urgent message. Okay, so enough about the shells. I've got to get this other stuff out of the way. My gosh, I've spent so much time on shells through the other stuff that I've uploaded as well. And just, okay, continuing with the urgent to semi-urgent message. All right, so be aware of the shells when on the, and they've been put there simply to confuse you. These sites, how do you tell the difference? Make sure that it would help if the True to Hearts wouldn't monetize their stuff. Mine is not, and it will never be on the video site or the site. That's it, you know. And you know my stance on money. I've already cleared that up. Do I like it? Hell no. No. Is such a far-reaching understatement. I can't even begin to describe it. But do I need it? Of course. It's the way society is set up. I didn't set up the society, though. So yes, unfortunately, I needed to survive. And you know, I don't ask, I don't sell things, and I don't ask for donations. But I mean, you know, like everybody else, I mean, you know, I will admit that yes, I have put that in my description, but I'm going to be honest with you people. Even if somebody were to, you know, wire 5 cents or something, I just really don't expect to get it because, you know, after all, well, if you knew the secret of San Francisco Bay, well, it would deplete your faith in whatever payment systems that may linger their headquarters from that area. All right, I will at this point try to have faith in them now. So let's try to get to but just do the best you can with that on the shield thing. Just remember that they're there to confuse you. And let me close it out with this. This is probably one of the more disappointing times that I've ever had. And, you know, regarding all the falsities, all of the just horrific and ridiculous, you know, lies and everything that the American people and the people all over the world have been subject to. Possibly, you know, possibly, maybe, could be, or maybe, as I comprehend it, I'm not really sure. Possibly, maybe. This was probably the most disappointed that I've ever been because it was so direct. Now, I will play the not good person's advocate when I say this. In defense of this individual, no, I did not hear this individual say this one particular statement. However, every other indication indicates that, seemingly indicates that they did say this, because it's you know, it's part of a documented well, anyway, I can't mention the individual's name, but apparently it was was the former head of one of the bigger entities in the country that's, well, let's just say, I know sure as hell ain't no possiblies here, all right? That's been behind all the crimes committed against myself. I mean, all you got to do is count the days in 7 years, and even worse ones in 5.5 that I've had to do without my family being separated from me. And all those days of suffering, and at least, well, at least a few, I would say, instances. It could be the same law several times or several different laws, but I know it's been every day because I see them that have been, violated, and it's against myself. But was the former head of one of these entities, and I believe the statement read something like this. I believe it was something like, well, let's see, to the best of my recollection, to the best of my comprehension, possibly, could be, maybe, I think it went something like this. We will know when our disinformation campaign is complete, when every single American believes everything we say. I believe it went something like that. And you know what? I just couldn't comprehend it. See, I have to be careful any other way, basically. I couldn't comprehend it any other way. What I was going to say was I have to be careful. I'm very careful now when I have to use it. And I've still got all of this to cover. And let me tell you, in the past 5, 6, 7 years, I mean, that's all I've been forced to do is look into something. It's called studying, people. It's called research and studying. And I have, I have learned more in the past 7 years that's actually true, and that makes much more sense than I ever did of my whole 12 plus or whatever. I guess you have to kind of include your preschool, kindergarten, whatever. I don't know. It was before elementary, and grade school. So I'll call it before grade school, all of grade school, and college after grade school years. All those years than I ever did in any of those years. So much more than I ever learned in those years. I was thankful for receiving them, but I mean, I always even wondered as a kid, why is school so communistic? I mean, I was one of the only people. I didn't go out crusading and barking it out, but I was just like, am I the only one who thinks this? Is something wrong with me, Why does it seem so communistic? You need a piece of paper to walk in the hallway. You have to literally go somewhere for 8 hours a day. It's like, a job that you don't get paid for, of course. But what it is you're, of course, cooped up and you're detained. And the worst thing, to the best of my recollection, I think, as far as I comprehend it, to the best that I can remember, was the worst thing was, as I may have come to realize later, was being indoctrinated every single step of the way. of all that time. I'll be back.